Wow, we were tested tonight in a good way. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. I watched, you know, at all. Montana State had Colorado beat a couple, their first game of the year. So they were pretty well tested on the road in a high major environment. Matt Logie I've known since he was probably a junior in high school. He's a good coach. His grandfather is a legendary coach, and thought they played really well. We played really well. I thought the first 18 minutes, and then we just didn't finish out that half well. They gave them some momentum, and they exposed us a little bit, quite a bit in the second half. Put us in the basket just one-on-one, and just were a little grittier than us, and we were able to rally up and you had to make some plays in those situations. I think off the top of my head, I know Benny hit a big shot. Oscar came in the game, really flipped the game for us. Chis made some good plays, and Ibuka made some really good defensive plays. And I think at one point, I think he was 4 for 11. He ended up 7 for 15. I think he was really pretty clutch down the stretch. And for a freshman, he had some stretches there where he wasn't his best. But it's end of the day, he had a pretty good line. He was really one of the best players out there. So great win for us, and a lot to be learned and grow from this one.
Yeah, you guys went down. I think it was 5, but you were able to come back. What's the message there that brought you guys on like that 15 to?
You know what? It was just kind of, you don't know as a coach. I'm literally reaching and searching with the assistants because we still don't know each other, our team, completely. And I'm like, like we said, let's just get back to the starters and see what they can do. And AJ picked up his 4th foul somewhere in there, and it's like, Oscar's hadn't practiced much last week, but he's cleared and he's healthy. And I was like, you know what, let's just put him in this situation. And he was huge. 2 block shots, an offensive rebound, defensive rebound, and that kind of did it. And I think. And it was defense. I think we got some loose balls, turned in transition. Ibuka made some big plays. And, we had to get some stops, and we did.
Yeah. Also, just kind of curious, talk about kind of the challenges offensively you guys might have when the court is not scoring points. 8 points. 8 points to have is solid, but
yeah.
There's a 5 point. Then once he kind of starts, just talk about what you guys.
Yeah, no. You know what? The Chiz is a pretty good playmaker and scorer, and Jeremy actually in the first half did a good job of running the point and we got some pick and roll stuff, and he got a layup in there, but he struggled a little shooting the ball. But I think it'll be more those two playing together somewhat helpful, and putting Jeremy at the top of the floor. He's pretty good there, and he's going to have to get better. He will get better. I believe in him, and we need to throw the ball inside a little more. I think AJ's, but like I said, AJ's making the transition to this level, playing in games, and I think he's getting more comfortable down there, and he makes good decisions. So we need to give him the ball more. We're pretty Ibuka centric, and that's said we got to learn how to play without him he's not always going to play. His best game, and there were some stretches there where we needed to we shove him off the ball a little bit. And as I said, we had Jeremy. It's a lot of pressure on him to guard the ball in, run a lot of pick and roll stuff. So Jeremy helped out there.
Yeah, Coach, you're probably gonna get this question a lot, but Ibuka Corey once again, 20 points, 21 points, just taking over the game at the end. Just what do you see?
You hit it on the head. He brought his best when best was needed. Like I said, he had some. He played really well. It's just the expectation's so high. You're surprised, when he misses an open 3. It's like you're not allowed to do that. But he hit a big 3 in that stretch. It was huge, and he's a good competitor, man. And be able to do that as a freshman and just stay locked in and actually had to kind of rally himself a little bit. He'd had a couple, got fatigued out there, and I said, "Nah, you can't come out. You just go play through it." And he's really going to be good. Already is good. I just think he's going to get better.
16 points from Gealer, a couple assists, and no turnovers. You'll be happy about that.
Absolutely. I mean, Benny, he's an important part of our his leadership. He's our captain, and like I said, he got us going to start the game, and then he hit a big 3 late. I think took it 3-6, I believe. That was big, and made his foul shots down the stretch, and just kind of salted it away there. We needed a couple stops. It was good. Got a big rebound in that stretch too at the end of the game. 4 of them. Nice. Good job, Benny.
Yeah, Coach. I guess there's two ways to look at the game. On one side, it's like, okay, we beat Montana State by 9, maybe not as much as we wanted. But on the other side, it's like we came back from 5. We were able to go on a big run. Just kind of where do you kind of view the game?
I don't know yet. Let me process it. I thought, I knew they'd put us in some awkward situations, just the way they play with their forwards. They're kind of guard-like. I mean, we're fortunate. I mean, Christian King, he shot 17, but he got 17 pretty good looks, to be honest. And we put some length on him, so that might have affected him. But he's going to be a good player. McMahon, we did a good job on him. And, we'll look at the film. I think there's some things we could have done better. But, it's hard to – it's hard. Winning's hard. As I can tell you, winning's hard. And we're probably dealing with a little expectations of being a favorite. We had some garnered some attention with the Buka success. And, we have to learn to play as a favorite.
4 bench points, obviously, you want to get more from your bench than you got.
Yeah, our bench did not produce. I mean, we were 1 for 15 of the bench. That's not good.
Just that question.
Yeah, it's just not good enough. A little bit, Ryan been sick and getting him back in the rotation. He still looks like he's probably a few days away from this break will get him back, and he's got to get back in he's an important part of our deal. And he's just not 100% right now, I don't think, and or whatever. He needs to get back in the flow, and our rotations right, and stuff like that. So we need him. He's played a lot of minutes for us, and he'll help us a lot.
Just kind of on that, nice to have kind of 6 days off to kind of assess three games in and get a little bit of a break here before 2 games next week.
Yeah. We'll watch a lot of film, I think, tomorrow, and then probably add a few new things that we probably need to do, whether it's OB's plays or a couple things, tighten up some of our defensive stuff. We didn't play our zone tonight at all, not one possession. So need to have that in our hip pocket, especially when we're getting driven like that. They would have been a good time just to switch it up. But that's, again, getting used to this team. I'm worried about. We got in foul trouble. I didn't know what the answers were. And I thought Christers actually did a good job. He missed a bunny, but his defense was good. His rebounding was good, and he's big. And we need those. Oscar and him are big and give us front court size that we'll need as the season goes on.
Yeah, are there any kind of weaknesses that you're looking to kind of help with, in the couple days off?
Yeah, I think we got to execute better. I think their switching bothered us a little bit. We did a good job against the drop coverage, I think, and but we couldn't exactly run. We didn't run our stuff. We turned over 9 times. I don't have to look at it a little bit, but we don't see that much in practice. But we'll get better. We'll see that a lot during the season. So hopefully we get better there. All right.
Thanks.
Great.
Yeah, just great team win. We were down a lot. I believe 6 or 7. So came back, played together as a team, and just continued to trust ourselves, continued to trust Benny and our point guards and our bigs. Just everyone played together as a team. Overall, came out to the win.
Yeah, just kind of what was kind of the key to, you guys were down 5 or 6 or something. What was kind of the key to turning the screws and pulling ahead of the end?
I think just we had to get stops. They were scoring on us every time down. There comes a point in time where you just got to keep the ball in front, get stops, and then finish the play. I think we did that, so a win's a win, and yeah.
Yeah, Benny, you had your first really big game of the season, so just kind of talk about what got into you then.
Yeah, same thing. I stayed aggressive, assertive and aggressive. If I'm open, I'm gonna shoot it because I trust my shot and just letting the game come to me. So it was a big team win for us. Like you said, there was some adversity in the middle, and our team was able to get over that hump, which is great.
Was kind of what was coach's kind of message to you guys down the stretch? Just kind of in terms of, was there anything he said to change, or what was kind of his message in the final?
The main thing was just playing defense, staying in front one-on-one, because if you look at the assist numbers for them, they weren't getting an assist. They were just attacking us one-on-one. And so if we just locked in on defense and stopped the ball, stopped our matchups one-on-one, and just continue to play through the inside, drive and kick, because they were switching everything, so a lot of mismatches, and just continue to play fast. So, yeah.
Yeah, Benny, to be able to have a guy like a Buka to just be guard next to you, to be able to take over games like that, just kind of talk about
Yeah, he's really good. I've dealt with it in practice. You know, he's super quick guard, 3-level scorer, just really talented, good feel. So we're really, you know, happy to have him on our team. And yeah, it's incredible to play with him, and just, you know, he's a big asset to our team. So he's going to help us get really far. It's great.
Could you guys talk about, I guess for Chisom, we're kind of alternate here. Can you talk about, since you're a big guy as well, Oscar came in and a couple big blocks. Talk about what he gave you guys tonight.
Yeah, no, he gave us energy for a freshman to stay ready like that, who didn't play last game and then who didn't play first half. You know, came in right away. Great blocks, great defensive presence, and just running the floor, creating space, drawing attention inside the paint so I can get inside. You know, create for myself, create for others. So yeah, just great energy and great boost.
Yeah, I just kind of looking at, I guess a question I have for Benny, for you. Let's kind of talk about what kind of your confidence level as a shooter right now. You're 4 for 6, and obviously you were hitting last year, but kind of what's the key to your growth as a shooter and getting more confident in that aspect of your game?
Yeah, I think a bit of a short memory and just, you know, just staying aggressive because, you know, I know I've put in the work and I've shot thousands and thousands of shots and worked on my game a lot. So if I'm open, I get my feet under me. You know, I think it helps our team if I'm aggressive and, you know, hit shots, space the floor.
Yeah, and Chisom, how much does this game like impact your guys' character?
Yeah, it just shows that when we stick together and you know, when everyone stays ready, anything is really like we can, you know, defeat any obstacle that comes our way. The main thing is just not beating ourselves. As you can see, the turnover numbers first half and second half are like lopsided. So yeah, just continue to take care of the ball and then just keep trusting our principles.
For both you guys, just talk about just you guys a little bit of a. I'm not sure how many games you guys were 3, but I'm not sure how many days. But now you get a week off, almost like 6 days off.
Yeah.
Just kind of how good is it feel to be 3-0 heading into with like 6 days to prep for Louisiana versus had you guys lost? Just how good is it to be 3-0, have some time to kind of regroup and reflect on?
Yeah, no, yeah, it feels good. You know, definitely leaving with this little break, 6-day break, with like a high level of confidence in ourselves, and at the same time we can watch our mistakes. But we kind of know our strengths and weaknesses now, and continue to build upon those two and work on our weaknesses, and then continue to capitalize on our strengths.
Yeah, I mean, bouncing off that, like you said, it's good to be 3-0, but we're next practice mentality. We got to get, you know, we have probably like 4 or 5 practices before our next game. We got to get better, you know, work on our weaknesses, and our coaches are always preaching respect everyone, fear no one. So whatever team comes, you know, up into Maples, we're going to give it our best shot and try to just keep winning.
Yeah, Benny, what like specific weaknesses do you think are like the most important to, you know, work on this year?
I mean, I think just defensively getting stops, you know, being on a string is what our coaches are telling us, and just defend, rebound, take care of the ball. We turned it over a little too much today. I think we only had like 5 turnovers last game. So, you know, taking care of the ball, getting stops, and just, you know, I thought it was a great challenge for us today to be down, you know, with a few minutes left, and it's like you can't replicate that in practice. So just staying together, and yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.